See, now this one I can play in front of the kids.
Yeah, you could.
And I do. Like I skip over the songs that I'm like, oh, nope, not in front of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But that one I really do. I like that one. And I think our kids see that in our relationship. Like there are several times where, you know how like in the summers when we go and have adventures and we go and have fun and you have to go to work or you like sit down in the house and we leave and we go have fun and you're home in the basement working. I'm like, guys, don't you just love your dad? Because like he's working so hard for us. And like, because your dad works so hard, we get to go have all this fun. Because they'll be like, thanks for taking us. And I'm like, y'all need to thank your dad sometimes. Because like your dad does all these things for us that make our lives happen. And so I know like you put this on because you feel that way. But this is also a song that embodies how I feel about you. So.
Yeah. And I think I put this song on because I know, and I know you know, like how much our faith in Jesus is a part of our marriage. And, you know, I feel like we can truly sing those lyrics together too.
Oh, amen. And I think like a big part of it too is like, I think our marriage, I just really think that our marriage does a good job of modeling Christ to the world. And so I want to continue to do that. Like my new favorite thing to say about you is that like you can give a master class in servant leadership, which is how Christ loves the church. Is he just like, he served and he loved the church and that's how he led the church. And that's how you like love and lead our family. And so we can genuinely say that we thank God for one another. And it's not like a flippant remark. And it's not something that our kids are like, oh yeah, they're just saying that. Like,
right. Yeah.
No, it's like a genuine, like we should really be thanking God for what we have. Because I know 14 years, it's like really not that long.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of eternity. But like we made it past some of the bigger milestones where like people usually get divorced.
Right. Yeah.
I remember like when we passed 1 year, I was like, okay, well, that was pretty good. We didn't really fight except for that one that I made up. That one time, anyhow. And then we passed 7 years and I was like, okay, that's like another really big milestone. And I think 10 years was the next one that I remember thinking, this is it. And then I went to a Bible study at church and they're like, okay, so if you've made it past 10 years, like that's really good. Now you have the next 10 years where you have to invest in your marriage. You can't just think, oh, well, we made it this far, so we're going to continue to stay married. They're like, no, now is when you put in the work. And so, you know, we're 4 years into that, putting in the work in the next, because they said you have to do it like between 10 and 20 years, you have to put in the work because usually by around the time that you're hit the 20-year mark is when your kids start leaving the house.
Yeah.
And then when your kids are gone, it's just you two again. And you have to still want to be married to one another.
Right.
So if you don't invest in your marriage like you did in the first 10 years or the first couple years, and you just get lost in the activities of the kids, like you'll be empty nesters and you'll just be like really great roommates.
Right.
And that freaked me out. Like, I don't want to be that way. So I think we've done a really good job, especially in the last, should say like 2 years of really investing into our marriage.
I think so.
Yeah. I think like year 13 and 14, like this last like 2 years, we've really, especially the last year when we've like made a point to do date nights.
Right.
And, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'll play that song for the kids. And it's
All right, song number 4. This one is from Abby Cohn, and it's called "If You Were a Song."